In this video, I've got 5 simple cocktails, simple highballs that you can make up using your favourite cognac at home or in your pubs and bars. So stay tuned. Right then, cognac cocktails. Cognac's not so much a big player in the UK, which is really sad because it is actually my out and out sort of favourite kind of spirit to drink neat. I absolutely love cognac, but I also love playing around with in highballs and cocktails as well. Yes, I'm a big rum fan, but cognac is actually my first love. So as always, we're going to start off with the super easy one. I'm going for a Brandy Highball, but my go-to Brandy Highball. So we're going to serve it in a highball glass. The first thing you need is 50 ml of your cognac. Next ingredient you want is some ginger syrup, and I'm just going 15 ml of ginger syrup. And then the mixer I'm going for is actually appletized, very similar to a highball I did with Jack Daniels in a previous video. But this time, instead of cinnamon, I've gone ginger. It just works so well. It's lovely. So I just want 150 ml, which will be 2/3 of that can, a half full of that glass of, actually I'm just going to pour straight in, 150 ml of appletized. Fill your glass 2/3 full with ice. Take your spoon and just give it a quick stir just to get all that ginger into the cocktail. Top up with some more ice. And then just to garnish, another couple of wedges of apple and a straw. And I promise you, there is nothing better than appletized with cognac. It is just lovely. Cheers. Cocktail number 2 is ginger spice. It's amazing. Just going to make it straight into a highball. There's a few ingredients, but no need to shake it necessarily. So the first ingredient we want is 50 ml of cognac. Second ingredient you want is a pear liqueur, Poire William, and we just want 15 ml. Your third ingredient is creme de mure, blackberry liqueur. I think this is actually very much a just the taste. I am going 10 ml. For some of you might want a slightly less, 5 ml. Others you might quite like a bit more, 15, 20 ml. But for me, 10 ml works perfectly. Fourth ingredient now is some freshly squeezed lemon juice. I'm just going 10 ml of that. And this is where the ginger comes in. So I'm just now going to top that up about half full with probably a little bit more in this glass. But you want 150 ml of your favourite ginger ale. Now your ginger ale is going to be really fizzy, especially the Fever Tree one. So very gently just fill your glass up with ice. Take your long bar spoon, give it a good quick stir, and then just to garnish, I've actually got 3 blackberries there, and that is my ginger spice, kind of like a pear, blackberry, cognac, mule, kind of that sort of thing, but it's super tasty. Now for your third cocktail, we're going for something called a Floral Cherry. This is a very sexy, very short martini kind of thing, daiquiri martini thing going on. So I've got my lovely Nick and Nora glass, and I'm just going to chill it down and just set it to one side so we have a nice cold glass to finish off with. First ingredient, 50 ml of cognac. Second ingredient, 15 ml of freshly squeezed lime juice. Third ingredient is some honey syrup. I just want 15 ml of honey syrup. Now already the smell coming off that is amazing. Cognac honey works really well. But just to finish this off, I'm just going with some cherry juice. This is the cherry that I use. Most supermarkets in the UK sell something called Cherry Good. Works identical. So I just want 25 ml of cherry juice. Fill your cocktail shaker up with ice, and then we're just going to give this a really hard and fast shake for about 12 seconds. When you're happy it's nice and cold, get rid of your ice from your glass, and then we're just going to double strain the cocktail straight into the glass. So single strain with the Hawthorn strainer, and then double strain with the tea strainer. And then just to make it look pretty, I'm just going to garnish it with a tiny little mint sprig, and that is super tasty. I love this drink. This is the Floral Cherry. There's one piece of bar equipment that I cannot do without when I'm making cocktails, and that's the Mezclar Precision measure. It is super accurate. It's a lot more than just a 25 ml, 50 ml measure. Inside the 25 ml end, we've got lines every 5 ml, and in the 50 ml end, we've got lines every 10 ml. Why is that important? Because not all cocktails call for 25 ml of this or 50 ml of that. So when you need 15 ml of lime juice or 10 ml of sugar syrup, the Mezclar Precision measure is just absolutely amazing. Cocktail number 4 is called the French Maid. Again, it's another highball drink. I'm not going for a massively tall highball here, about 14-ounce glass, but I've got a bit of muddling to do, so I'm going to make it in my cocktail shaker. The first ingredient, I've just got 3 sort of semi-thickish slices of cucumber there, just quartered down, and I'm just going to pop them in my glass. Second ingredient is just some plain normal sugar, and I just want 10 ml. Now I just need to muddle the cucumber down just into a nice kind of puree. Next ingredient I want is some freshly squeezed lime juice. I'm just going 20 ml. Fourth ingredient is your cognac. I'm just going 45 ml. Next ingredient you want is falernum or velvet falernum. This is more associated with rum cocktails, but I promise you it just works so well with this. So I'm just going 15 ml of velvet falernum. Now next ingredient you want is some fresh mint leaves. So I've just got 8 mint leaves there. Give them a little spank. We love to spank the mint. And then just pop them into your glass. Now we are going to shake this down, so fill your glass up with some ice, and then we're going to shake hard for about 12 seconds. Now there's a couple of ways you could finish this cocktail off. You could strain to get rid of that mint and the cucumber out of your drink, or you could just pour straight into your glass. Because I don't mind bits in my drinks, I'm just going to go for the whole pour thing. But it's one thing I need to do first, and that's my final ingredient. And that is my favourite ginger beer, Franklin & Sons ginger beer. Now I just want 75 ml of ginger beer. I'm just going to pour it into the glass to get those nice little bits out, and then I'm just going to pour it straight into the shaker. Now we're just going to pour the finished cocktail straight into our glass. Now you just need to add any more ice to your drink if you need it, just to fill the glass up. Garnish with another sprig of mint, and then just serve with a straw. And that is my way to make a French Maid. Now your fifth and final cognac cocktail, this is quite possibly my all-time favourite cognac cocktail. I found this when I was lucky enough to go down to Martell tasting a few years ago now actually. It's been around quite a few years. This is called the Velvet Revolver. Now we're going to make this in a cocktail shaker. It's going to be shaken, but it's going to get served in a kind of a rocks glass, a smallish glass anyway. So the first ingredient you want is some really tasty strawberry jam. You just want one pretty decent sized bar spoon of strawberry jam. Next ingredient you want is your cognac, 50 ml of cognac. And then we just need 15 ml of freshly squeezed lemon juice. I want 5 ml, just 5 ml of sugar syrup because the jam is quite sweet anyway, but I just need another 5 ml of sugar. Then I want 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Now the final ingredient is some wine. Now I have a feeling the original recipe, if I can remember it, was a Pinot Noir. But I couldn't get any, because I don't drink a lot of red wine. I wasn't going to splash out in the whole bottle just to do the video. These videos cost me a little bit of money, you know. So I've just got a little bottle of Merlot's, California Merlot. I've tried it, it does actually work. It's a treat, it's such a lovely cocktail. But I just want 20 ml of Merlot. Pinot Noir if you can get it, but I'm going to use Merlot. Now you just want to fill your cocktail shaker up with ice, and then we're just going to shake this really hard. We're going to combine all that jam into the cocktail, 12, maybe even longer, 15 seconds or so. And when you're happy that jam's all blended into the cocktail, take your glass, we're just going to fill this up with fresh ice. And then we are just going to single strain. It doesn't work too well if you double strain this, unless you want it to go into a Nick and Nora glass. That'll work if you double strain it then. But you just want to single strain straight into your glass. I'm just going to top up with a little bit more ice, and then just to garnish, I've just got a fresh strawberry on the side there, and then a sip straw. And that, ladies and gents, is super tasty Velvet Revolver. Right then, there you have my 5 go-to amazing, stunning, super tasty cognac cocktail recipes. I will see you in the next one.